Whatever this guy wants, just say no.
I've got a proposition for you. Drew and I don't have to hide anymore. I need to talk to you about Avery.
How did you save the day this time?
I need to find him.
Gotta let everyone believe you're the father of my baby.
I think I got somebody looking out for me.
General Hospital latest update. Willow's marriage to Michael is crumbling, but is it truly what she wants, or is Drew pulling the strings? As Martin Gray presses for answers, Willow admits she still loves Michael. Meanwhile, Sunny faces a custody battle, Christina exposes Ava's schemes, and Jason confronts Cyrus in a dramatic showdown. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Does Willow really want a divorce or being pressured? The walls are beginning to close in on Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen. It seems that everyone in Port Charles has judged her romance with Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, and the fact that she is separated from her husband Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, in favor of his uncle. We are getting down to the wire now and Willow is going to make a real decision, but will it be the congressman? General Hospital spoilers. Did Willow and Michael really have any major problems? Over the past few years, Willow and Michael were one of the more stable couples in Port Charles. If anything, fans complained that they were boring, and maybe that was Willow's real issue, she was bored. Drew brought some level of excitement because he was doing things on a grander scale, while Michael was secretly cleaning up after Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard messes. Drew is Willow's personal hero for helping to save her life, and then her rose-colored glasses have turned him into a positive example, rather than the narcissist that everyone else sees him as. She now says that there were issues in her marriage, but it's hard to see them from here. She moved out of the gatehouse, Michael was badly burned and relocated to a clinic in Germany, and now here we are. No conversation, no understanding of what Willow was actually unhappy about, and no closure. General Hospital spoilers. Martin Gray asks the hard questions. Finally, this week someone other than Nina Reeves, Cynthia's Watros, is going to start asking some real questions. We know from the spoilers that Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, will meet with his client and he isn't holding back. There is a big difference between going through the motions of a separation and actually ending a marriage. Eventually, Willow has to decide on her own if a divorce is what she truly wants. Drew likes to feed her thoughts and words to speak, but when it's just her and Marty, what will she really want? Willow has already admitted to Nina that she still loves and misses Michael, so her feelings are still tangled. It's hard to imagine her going through with a divorce when there is still love and unspoken words to be said. Will she pull the plug on her marriage for real? Or is Willow going to wake up and realize that listening to Drew may actually be the worst thing for her? What do you think will happen? Today's next update, Jason agrees to let everyone believe he's Sasha's baby's father, and Danny hurls an accusation at Cyrus. General Hospital. Christina tells her father what happened with Ava, Curtis and Jordan meet with Jens about the Esplanade, and Nina prepares to come clean with Willow about her and Drew. Emma makes Kai an offer. Christina shows up a little late to Charlie's and brings Elizabeth with her. Lucky tells her that she just made it in time for the evening rush. Christina informs Lucky that Liz saved her from committing a murder and explains what happened at the park with Ava. However, she thinks her dad may be able to beat Ava at her own game with this information. Christina takes a leave to make a call to her dad, and Isaiah arrives. He tells Lucky that Sidwell is in town, but Lucky already knows. Lucky says he's trying to steer clear of him, but Isaiah says, unfortunately, not everyone is planning to do that. Across the bar, Gio tells Emma that Trina is bringing Kai as a favor to him, so she needs to play things cool. Emma is eager to get the big man on campus to speak up against animal testing and cruelty. Kai arrives with Trina, and she introduces him to Emma and Gio. Emma immediately says she has an offer for Kai, and won't be taking no for an answer. They all sit down, and Emma asks Kai to attend a benefit for her organization, Students Against Animal Cruelty. She'd also love for him to give a speech and join the committee. Sunny gets good news. On the jet back to Port Charles, Natalia notes for a fake business trip they made a lot of deals thanks to Sonny's connections on Rodeo Drive. Sonny gets a call from the cardiologist, who gives him some good news. After new scans, he doesn't need a pacemaker. He still has to control his stress, take his medication, and have surgery to repair the damage from the gunshot to his heart. He relays to her the doctor wants him to have it within 3 months, and it will mean a few weeks of recuperating. He's going to do it in LA so nobody finds out. Natalia says she's here for him if he needs her. He appreciates that and owes her. Sonny takes a call from Christina, who says they need to talk about Avery. She tells him what happened with Ava in the park, and that Rick saved the day. Christina says she can testify, along with Liz, that Ava tried to kidnap Avery. Sonny says his plane is about to land and she's breaking up, so they'll talk when he's back. Sonny gives Natalie an update on what Christina told him. He notes that even if he wins custody of Avery, he can't cut Ava out of her life, as it's not what is best for her. Natalia says this is the type of stress he needs to be avoiding. Natalia hates Ava but asks if she's a good mom. Sonny admits she loves Avery and Avery loves her. Natalia suggests he compromise with Ava because that would prevent a long, drawn-out, stressful trial. If he doesn't want to do it for himself, do it for Avery. The Quartermain mansion, Danny asks Rocco for more information on Cyrus, but Rocco doesn't. Rocco realizes he never should have told Danny about Cyrus, and he can't do anything about the guy as it could get Chase and his dad in trouble. Danny says Cyrus killed his mother, so he needs to find him. Cody blows it with Sasha again. At the Port Charles Grill, Sasha throws a drink in Cody's face and tells him to stay out of her life. She storms out, and Jason tells Felicia that he knows her intentions were good. Jason then tells Cody what happens next is between him and Sasha, and it doesn't involve Cody. Jason walks out and Cody knows he blew it again. Felicia says he did. Cody tells Felicia that he wants to make Sasha's life easier but is just making things worse. Felicia knows he was in love with Sasha, and seeing her move on is hard. She also knows he's been making many mistakes and getting into trouble. Cody thinks he's been messing up with Sasha because he still wants to be her hero, as it's all he can be. Felicia suggests, "Do you have to be Sasha's hero, or could you be someone else's?" At their table, Willow rants to Nina and Martin that she doesn't know why everyone hates Drew yet loves Jason, the career criminal. She knows Drew would never treat her like Jason treats Sasha, as Drew actually loves her. Martin returns to the topic of finding dirt on Michael that they can use in family court. Willow doesn't think there is anything to find. Nina asks Martin if Willow's involvement with Drew will cause a problem for her case. Martin says that given everything is out in the open now, it shouldn't. Willow realizes she and Drew don't need to hide anymore. Cyrus interrupts them and asks to speak with Martin. They go off to an alcove where Cyrus cries to Martin that Lulu misunderstood his intentions towards her, and he needs help getting back into the family fold. He needs to talk to Lucky and asks Martin to come with him to Charlie's. Cyrus begs him to do this, to be a brother. Meanwhile, Nina tries to convince Willow that it will look bad if she carries on this affair with Drew while her husband is recovering from burns. Martin returns and says he needs to depart, but he won't respond to Michael's request per their discussion, and he'll poke around in Michael's closet for dirt. Once alone again, Willow tells Nina she can't keep lying and that she's going to be open and honest about her feelings for Drew. Willow rants about Sasha and knows Nina has a good relationship with her, but she doesn't understand how Nina can forgive her for all her lies. Nina says there have been times she's needed forgiveness, and there will be more times in the future. Nina says people lie to protect themselves and the people they love. Willow understands when your choices are bad, lying seems to be the best choice. Willow says she and Michael both kept things from one another, and she doesn't want to do that with Drew. She knows he'd never keep secrets from her. Nina tells Willow she understands how she could fall for Drew because the scene ends. Cafe Cherry, Curtis meets with Jordan to talk about the Esplanade. Jordan believes there is a way to save it. Just then, Sidwell appears. Jordan introduces Jens to Curtis, and Jens says he has heard good things about his work at Aurora. He says it's too bad this environmental impact study has held up the Esplanade, and he feels he can be helpful to them and get things back on track. Jens explains that he had suggested to Mayor Collins and Congressman Quartermain that they use eminent domain to take over Pier 55 for the Esplanade. It will revitalize that area and drive the crime out. Jens excuses himself when he gets a call, and Curtis advises Jordan to say no to whatever this guy wants. Curtis says Sidwell is in bed with Drew and trying to take over Sunny's territory, which can bring nothing but trouble. He suggests she stay out of this. Jens returns, and Curtis says it was nice to meet him, but he has to head out. However, he lingers and listens as Jordan says she'd love to hear more about Sidwell's plans. Jason meets with Sasha at the Quartermain boathouse. She apologizes for Cody and thanks him for coming. She asks how Michael is doing, and Jason says the treatment is working and he's healing. He's determined to get better and come home. She wants him to come home and be with his kids, which is why they need to let everyone believe Jason is the father of her baby. Sasha believes if the truth comes out, it can hurt Michael's chances of keeping custody of his kids. She wants to help Michael, as he agreed to let her raise this baby alone. Jason says Michael told him as much, and if she wants to do this, he'll let people believe he's the father. Jason says one person must know the truth, his son. He won't tell him the baby is Michael's, but having just lost his mom, he can't let Danny think this baby is his. He assures her that his son can keep the secret. Back at Charlie's, Isaiah says hello to Liz at the bar, and he is glad she's back at work and that the police are involved in the case now. Liz still feels she needs to find answers for her patients who died. Martin and Cyrus walk in, and Lucky is not pleased to see Cyrus. They sit at a table, and Martin doesn't think this plan will work as Lucky doesn't look happy. Martin asks what he was thinking, trying to take over Lulu's care. Cyrus says no one else was there for her, so someone had to be. Meanwhile, Kai agrees to work with Emma on her fundraiser and even promotes it on his social media. They take a selfie and he posts it. Isaiah introduces himself to Christina. She realizes he's the doctor who saved her brother and says whatever he wants is on the house. He tells her to surprise him. As she makes a drink, he reveals that he knows her dad from his gym. She says he has been swamped lately and can't be there as much, and as they speak, he is coming home from a business trip to LA. Back at the Quartermain mansion, Danny sees a social media alert from Kai. In the background of those photos of Kai with Emma, he spots Cyrus. The boy knows where to go. Sasha and Jason arrive to talk to Danny, but he's not there. Rocco admits he made a mistake and told Danny that Cyrus is a suspect in his mother's death, and he went to Charlie's to look for Cyrus. Jason takes off, and Rocco worries he made things worse. Sasha assures him he made the right decision in telling Jason, and Jason will protect Danny. At Charlie's, Kai asks Trina to join Emma's cause with him. Martin and Cyrus continue to talk about what he did, and Cyrus admits he may have overstepped. Martin scolds him for trying to transfer Lulu to another state. Cyrus laments he's lost his family and his access to patients at General Hospital in Turning Woods. He says he helped many people and was the only one who visited most of those patients. Martin heads to the bar for another round, and Danny shows up. Danny screams at Cyrus that he knows he killed his mother and wants to know why. What did she ever do to him? Cyrus insists the boy is mistaken and they should pray together. He puts his hand on Danny's shoulder when suddenly Jason enters and yells, "Take your hand off my son!" On the next General Hospital, Nina prepares to come clean to Willow and says, "What I'm about to say to you is not easy." Kai tells Trina, "Those are good words to live by." Liz says to Lucky, "We might be farther away than ever." Carly and Brennan grab drinks together. Anna warns Joss that the game she's playing could cost her her life. Jason warns Cyrus if he touches his son again, they will never find his body. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.